Hi, my name's Jared Wood and I'm the RMT National Executive Member for the London Transport Region, and I'm asking you to make sure that you've sent your ballot paper back for the current ballot that we're having for strike action and industrial action short of strike action in our dispute to save jobs, to save our industrial working agreements and to save our pension rights. You'll no doubt have had a letter from the Managing Director of London Underground asking you not to take part in this democratic process. This is really a new low for London Underground management. We've had managers in the past ask members not to support strike action, but to ask members not to take part in a democratic process really says a lot about where London Underground and unfortunately the Greater London Authority seems to be at the present time. This is a completely lawful democratic process that we have to go through if we want to be able to have an effective dispute to save our pensions, our jobs and our working agreements. The law says that we have to get 50% of members eligible to vote in order to have a legal strike mandate. The law says that 40% of all those eligible have to vote yes in order to take strike action. And of course, management know that. That's why they're asking you not to take part in the mandate. They know they can't win the arguments, so they're hoping that they can just get enough people not to send the ballot papers back to make us fail the legal thresholds. Of course, the same doesn't apply for their boss, the person that appoints them, the Mayor of London. The Mayor of London was elected last time round on a 42% turnout, and he got 40% of that 42% turnout. What that means is that 17% of people in London eligible to vote voted for Sadiq Khan. And on that mandate of 17% of people voting for him, he can implement a programme of managed decline to Transport for London. He can freeze investment, he can smash up our pay terms and conditions, and that's all fine on a 17% turnout. But if we want to defend those positions, then we have to get 40% of everyone eligible to vote. So there's only one answer to that. We've got to make sure that we get those people to vote, that we get that 40%, that we get the 50% turnout of voters. Every single person needs to take part in this ballot and needs to make sure that you get your own ballot paper back and that you talk to your friends and colleagues and make sure that they get their ballot papers back as well. We can't have a situation where we're frustrated from defending jobs, pensions and conditions because we don't get enough ballot papers sent back in time by the 10th of January. Make sure that you do your part. Why is it that London Underground management are trying to sabotage this ballot? Well, the truth is they've been put on a £12 million bonus pot to deliver these cuts for the Mayor of London. That's the reality of the situation. They're on a £12 million bonus to stop you from voting in this election and to frustrate our democratic process. They have been financially incentivised by the Mayor to undermine our democratic process. What a state of affairs for a democratic arm of local government. The Greater London Authority, the Mayor, sabotaging a democratic process and financially incentivising managers to go around and do that. That's what you're fighting against. That's the tactics of the bosses at the present time in TfL. So we have to make sure that we don't let them get away with that. Once again, we are voting to defend pensions, to defend jobs, and to make sure that we defend our working agreements and resist flexible working. You need to play your part in that and make sure that you and your work colleagues have got their ballot papers back. If you didn't get a ballot paper, email this address, info@rmt.org.uk. If you send off to that address now, you'll get a replacement ballot paper and you'll still have time to take part, to return it and to get it back. Make sure that you play your part, play your role, get your ballot paper back. Once we've done that, the boot will be on the other foot. We will have a strike mandate and then TfL, the Mayor and our managers will have to listen to us. Thanks for listening to me over this festive period. I hope you have a great new year and I hope that your Christmas was good. But let's make sure that in the new year we're ready to fight and that we've got a ballot mandate. Thanks a lot.